Hi, this is Wiz, welcome to my channel and welcome to the Audi RS3. Unfortunately, today is absolutely not the right day to test drive a car because it is freezing cold, there's a lot of wind. The RS3 has actually summer tires, not the right conditions to test drive this car. Still, we're gonna do it. Let's get this done. So this is the 2017 Audi RS3. It's the facelift model. Compared to the previous one, there are some changes in the front. The headlights are different. The front and rear bumper is different. The grille it is a little bit larger. Moving on the side, there are not so many differences. Again, I'm very sorry for the wind. I was almost about to cancel this test drive, but I mean, there are not so many chances to be able to drive this car. So, and then moving on the rear, the taillights are a bit different. And the bumper also a bit revised. Other than that, it's pretty much the same car as the pre-facelift version. Obviously, big change are under the hood. Engine has been completely revised. It's an all aluminum, still 5 cylinders, still 2.5 liters, but it delivers now 400 horsepower. And this is really the centerpiece of this car. This engine is just fabulous. This specific model has a few options like the black optic package. Everything that is usually matte silver is now gloss black. Talking about the grille, this part of the front bumper, the windows frames are also usually matte silver. They are now gloss black. And this car has the rear view mirror, same color as the rest of the car. Usually they are also matte silver, or you can have them in black. I would have chosen gloss black. Brakes have also been revised compared to the pre-facelift version. They are supposed to be way better. Those are the standard 19 inches wheels with 235/35/19 tire. I would have chosen the gloss black. I think they go very well with the with this configuration, which is white and gloss black. Those are the Matrix LED lights. You can recognize them by the dynamic turning lights. This RS3 has the sport exhaust, which gives a little extra sound. Unfortunately, it looks like the exhaust sound is not as deep as the previous version, but it's still quite good. Moving into the interior, we have the RS sport seats. I really like this pattern here, this diamond pattern. Leather. Seats are not electrically adjustable with the exception of the support here in the center that can be adjusted electrically, but the other settings are all manual. The Audi virtual cockpit, which brings a touch of modernity into the cabin that is otherwise starting to feel a little bit outdated compared to recent Audi models. Carbon fiber trim, this is optional. Bang & Olufsen sound system, which I recommend. The sound is just incredible. Start and stop button, which is also optional. Audi finally put the Alcantara bits on the steering wheel on the right position, because on the pre-facelift model Alcantara was on the top and bottom. I think that it should be where you actually grip the steering wheel, so they corrected that, which is a good thing. Automatic climate control. Here you can select which driving mode you want. You got comfort, automatic, where it automatically switches between comfort and dynamic mode. Dynamic mode, you always want to be in this mode just to hear the sport exhaust. And then individual, you can actually select individually each option. Start and stop, parking sensors, traction control on and off, and here you can decide to fold the screen to hide it or to have it visible. Armrests with inside the pad for the wireless charging. You can actually wireless charge your phone here. Hello? Yeah, there you go. USB port, auxiliary port. Another USB port here. 2 cup holders. Alcantara finishing also on the gear knob. All the controls for your MMI, electronic brake. And now let's drive the RS3. Again, the car doesn't have winter tires. The weather, it's really a bit complicated today, so don't expect me to do crazy thing with this car. First of all, because this is not my car, obviously, and second, because I don't want to die today. Unfortunately, there is no sunroof on this RS3, meaning that I cannot mount that GoPro here and have a view of me driving. I'm sorry about that. Wow, you can really feel that this car is a sport car. Suspensions are really firm, but they're still comfortable. This car doesn't have the adjustable suspensions. You can feel they're really firm, but again, still, to me, it is very comfortable to drive. Pushes a lot. There's a lot of torque. You can feel the torque. Wow. The 400 horsepower are all there. That's what I can say about the engine. But I can confirm some things. This car, this facelift RS3, makes less noise than the previous generation, unfortunately. So they toned down a little bit the exhaust sound. It is still very good, don't get me wrong, but it is not as loud as the pre-facelift version. Especially when you downgrade, you can't hear anymore the pops. I'm really disappointed about the exhaust sound. Driving the car in dynamic mode manual, I can't hear any pops when I downgrade, like now. The bangs on when you downgrade have disappeared, and I personally think that this is a shame. That was something really characteristic of the RS3, and I'm really not that happy that Audi is putting the exhaust volume down on RS models. That's a shame. Makes me wonder if this RS3 really has the sport exhaust option. I need to be really careful because there's ice on the road. I don't want to make anything stupid, obviously. But you get the idea about this car. I mean, that's really a fun car to drive, especially on those twisty roads. To summarize on my feelings about the facelift RS3, to me personally, after having driven this car for almost 1 hour, I don't feel any regrets about my choice to take the S5 Sportback for a couple of reasons. I personally needed a bigger car, a more family car, but yet still a sport car. And I got that with the S5 Sportback, and also I prefer the more refined and modern interior, the dashboard and the whole interior of the S5. The RS3 is obviously a very good car, but you have to consider that it's getting a little bit old now. The A3 came out in 2012. This is the facelift version of the RS3, and it's start to get a little bit outdated now if you compare to the new A4, A5, and especially if you compare to the new A8, A7. So this is really the previous generation Audi. In my opinion, the RS3 is a wonderful car if you are in your 20s or 30s and you want a very hot hatch. So this is really the best you can get. that was my opinion about the RS3. Feel free to tell me in the comments what do you think about this car, what do you think about my choice of taking the S5 Sportback instead of the RS3. I hope you liked this video, thumb up if you did, subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one.